Here we are. It's Thanksgiving Eve, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to, we're starting right now, Ron. It looks like Lori has some questions as to where we're at. Hey, Lori, we're right on time, I believe. It's 9:30. Flag them for delay of chat. Delay of chat. That is
Hey,
great, Ron.
Jeremy.
You guys are starting off on fire tonight. Somewhat Sooner
Jeremy.
fans asking for an hour. Give us some time, CNB. I like that. Appreciate all you guys for joining us on Thanksgiving Eve. We've got a lot to talk about. We'll be talking about Thanksgiving recipes. What, Jay?
Did you just get done watching a Hallmark movie? That's what I was going to say, Sooner Sir Hunter. It looks like
I
he
just
just got.
got done from being in a Hallmark movie, bro.
Hey, oh, did you go look at Christmas lights?
The Christmas shoot in downtown Sapulpa, dude. You got to have the fit with the hot chocolate, bro.
Hey, Boomer Lori, let me ask you this, Jeremy. Should we change the name of this to Fireside Chats with Jeremy and Jason?
Fireside chats.
You look
Sooner
like you're
Surge
just sitting by a
Fireside
fire. Do you have a
chat.
hot cocoa in your hand?
I actually got a Dr. Pepper, but
Okay.
need the caffeine, dude. It's been a long week, man. What's up, Marge Jam 2? Appreciate everyone being on here. Again, can't say enough thanks. Time of Thanksgiving tomorrow, but thank you for our viewers for being on here.
Yep.
And hello, turkeys. Okay, yeah. Hello, turkey or ham, Jay?
I prefer turkey. But here's the thing.
Turkey, but it can't be dry.
Here's
It
the
can't
problem.
be dry.
Not many people can cook a good turkey, Jeremy.
It's a difficult thing.
Sweet potatoes
Again,
are mashed.
What?
Sweet potatoes are mashed.
Mashed.
Oh, sweet all day long, every day.
Wow, it's got to have a lot of cinnamon. Got to have a lot of cinnamon. We'll do a fireside stream sometime, maybe out by the fire. No, Jay can't cook a good turkey.
No, I smoke my turkey. I smoke my turkey and it's bomb diggity. Hey, Jeremy.
Traeger grill, dude. Traeger grill, bro.
Jeremy, wait till tomorrow what I bring. You'll be rolling. It'll be so good. Just wait for it.
I can't wait.
All
Again,
right.
thanks for being on here. It's so weird. 2 days from OU's final game this season at Palace on the Prairie. Last home game for a lot. We did a video tonight earlier. Hunter, I think, and Hunter and Jay did, and talked about the list of seniors. It's a big list. A lot of guys playing their last game in a Sooner uniform and donning the crimson and cream. So hopefully they go out in style. But obviously Drake Stoops heads that list. Guys like Stogner meant a lot to this program, and there's a whole lot there. But yeah, they're all talking about the food. Turkey on the Traeger.
Hey, favorite side, Jeremy. Come
Cream
on,
corn.
man.
Cream corn, bro.
Are you a cranberry sauce person?
No.
But do you like cranberries?
No. Hey.
Oh, you won't make. You won't.
Here we
you
go.
Won't like
Let's get this started. Let's get this started right here. Uncle Charlie wants Stoops to have a big game, and Craig from ATL. I'm saying right now, if I'd have put money down on it, if I'd have say who's starting, I'm saying Jackson Arnold. Actually, I might say Dylan Gabriel for one play, hand the ball off, get a standing O, and come out, and then Jackson Arnold.
Yeah, it's weird because I've heard so many mixed opinions on if Gabriel's going to play. So I don't know. I'm still leaning Arnold as well. Now we'll see what happens Thursday or Friday. But somebody Brian put 2024 team will look a lot different. Yeah, it will. And we've already seen a lot of portal stuff going on, portal names being thrown out there. But I don't know. I have an opinion on this. Maybe I'll save it for later in the show, Jeremy.
Why save it? Give it to us now, dude. Give it.
I've seen some names thrown out there, and I get it. Some of these guys at smaller schools, right? And people are thinking, oh, you can get them. Listen, I don't know how to say it bluntly.
Say it.
University of Oklahoma should be getting big-time players for the portal, not from small schools. That's my opinion. Is that wrong?
Nope. Now, a lot of Sooner fans will say, oh, no, we get anyone we want. Well, go look in portal past. It's kind of like Jake, what is it? Christmas Carol, Ghost of Christmas Present. Let's talk portal past. Portal past, OU's got a lot of guys that were played in mid-majors. And have they panned out? Some, maybe. I don't know what DG is ailing from. Again, BV says upper body injury. I don't know why. If it's a concussion, they won't say it. I don't understand
I don't. Maybe it's
what's the
HIPAA.
word I'm looking
HIPAA.
for?
HIPAA. I don't know.
Now, I do like JUCO players. There's some success with some. Kendall Dolby's a perfect example. Kendall Dolby has been great, but he's a JUCO guy, and that's different than a guy from a mid-major.
And listen, I'm not saying like there's some guys out there from like I think Ivy Leagues that they're saying, oh, you could be in on. I've heard smaller
Winfrey
names.
was also a JUCO.
But listen,
Great.
I'm not saying those guys can't be good, but you take portal players now. What if some? I mean, you have big dogs open up later in the year, and you've taken guys from smaller places that aren't as good, right? Here's the deal. Let's be honest. I understand JUCO players and all that, but there's also some of these guys at smaller schools. There's a reason they weren't highly recruited. Am I right?
Yeah, whereas JUCO, they could have been highly recruited, but didn't have grades or other things and had to go the JUCO route. So, in my opinion, if you ask me, I'd rather have a JUCO guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Hunter says that at that point, if Penn isn't to the paper, the smaller guys would lose spot. And yeah, I mean, I agree with that. So, yeah, I mean, Perrion, Dede, there's some guys who are really penicillin would cure HIPAA. There's some guys who really have been great out of the JUCO ranks. Look, HIPAA, I know people say HIPAA, and that's why it's not been released, and you got to be careful with that. I get it, but there's also times where people's injuries are released. It just seems they're like, Jay, look, you know why I wore this tonight?
Why?
So when you say 5 times tonight, got to keep it close to the vest, I'm there for you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Hollywood was JUCO. He's one of the better JUCO players. Dede Westbrook, JUCO. Let's see. I'm trying to think who else. JUCO route. Obviously, Perrion Winfrey.
Now,
Somebody's already
Uncle
said.
Charlie said Juno. Have you seen the movie Juno, Jay?
Yeah. What's that have to do with this?
Said Juno. Ramondre Stevenson.
Stevenson was a good one, Hunter. Good one. I'm trying to think on the defensive side of the ball. They've had a couple of defensive backs. I mean, Harrington was a JUCO.
Now, hey, Coconut Greg says this is true as well, that just because they go to a big school doesn't mean they pan out. I agree with that. However, I would say that I like guys who have been highly recruited a little more. Now, I know it's what was that comment?
Yes,
about
he's still in the
Arkansas?
NFL.
He plays for the Cardinals with Kyler Murray.
Yeah. So let me address this one here. If Arkansas beats Missouri and OU beats BYU, here's the deal you're going to run into. A lot of it's going to depend on Texas, guys, because you're not going to get 2 New Year's Six bowls from Big
Correct.
12 teams.
Correct.
So you need that to happen, and you probably need. I mean, you may need. Possibly, you could need LSU to lose. I don't know. But I think if Texas makes the playoff in that scenario, then I think OU gets a bid. But Penn State right now is ranked 2 spots ahead of us, and they're not losing. But to me, Penn State, they're not that good.
There's going to be a couple drop ahead of OU. OU can get in the New Year's Six. You got to win this week. Got to put a whooping on TCU. Hey, Bricks is going to Nebraska. I'm almost. What's the percentage, Jay?
Yeah, I would agree.
And
Rich is right. That's a good one. Williams, the one that played for the Chiefs.
Damian Williams, number
one.
26, won a Super Bowl ring there at the Chiefs. Hey, any
Duggan's
surprise
gone.
recruits?
Duggan's
He's
gone.
CMB Duggan's gone. Hey, any surprise recruits? I don't think surprises. I think they're going to get
from JUCO
for 2024. Craig asked.
Surprise. I mean, you're going to hear a lot of people say, "What about A&M?" Guys like Terry Bussey. No,
I think he's talking about out of the high school ranks. Hey,
that's what I'm saying. Terry Bussey.
Oh, Terry Bussey.
Is he talking about flipping?
Maybe. Hey, what about
the biggest
Blake?
surprise?
Blake brings up something that you called me today about, or last night late.
What's that?
There it is on the screen. You see what the Wake Forest coach said?
Yep.
What'd you think of it?
I loved it. Did you?
I did too. Hey, Sooner fan, EPL is Eddie Pierre-Louis, lineman.
Offensive
lineman. Been hush-hush.
Hey, I liked what he said.
What if he had played there 2 years? Different?
Yes.
I agree. The whole Hartman thing, I mean, that's a year. You get a guy
No, and
for a
listen,
year.
I have no problem with him transferring. I just
Jay,
think a
kind of
video montage.
summarize what he said for Ron.
Okay, basically, he went on a tangent about Sam, not Sam, Sam Hartman for Notre Dame at Senior Day, and they're throwing a big video montage together there at Notre Dame for Sam Hartman when he played 5 years at Wake Forest. They developed him as a quarterback, and he's getting a video montage when Wake Forest should be getting him. Basically, Notre Dame rented him for a year, and he said that. I mean, not verbatim, but that's what he said basically. And I agree with it. You can't, and it's different if, okay, it's Senior Day, celebrating. He's whatever, but don't do a video montage. He's been there a year.
Yeah, and I know you can get into arguments galore about this, but a year with the program and the way they're going to treat this, like I know I appreciate I know they appreciate Sam Hartman, but come on, that's a little bit much. Whatever. He did beat a massive rival. I get it. He's done
Who's the
good for the
massive rival?
program.
Are you talking about USC that they barely beat?
That's got to be who he's talking about. And USC isn't any
Wow.
good. So.
Wow. How
Yeah,
many years does
USC.
Freeman have? Forever? He got a
Maybe
while?
maybe 1 or 2 more. I don't think he was the right guy for the job. I didn't last year.
I actually think he's a pretty good coach, personally. But
hey, for Stoops, look.
That's right. They did kill USC. You're right. Second half, they destroyed him. But
I don't know that they're going to do anything extra for Stoops. Should they?
Well, you know what Hunter said today on the video? And I thought this was wild. I had to call him out on it. He thinks there should be a statue for Stoops. I disagree.
For the receiver Stoops or Bob?
No, he thinks there should be one for Drake.
You can't.
I agree, Jeremy.
If you give him one, you got to give everyone one. That's been great.
I think Hunter just means because of what he's
Jay, does Adrian Peterson have one?
No.
Exactly.
I agree, Sooner fan. Unless you win the Heisman, you don't get a statue. Period.
Look, otherwise you got participation trophies across the board.
Yeah, Hunter, I'm not following you on this Stoops still for a statue. I love the guy, but and I think a lot of our viewers would say they love the guy, but you can't get a statue for every. There you go, Johnny. I agree, Johnny, 100%.
His dad's got one. His Stoops has one. So
look at this. That's a great. That would just fit today's.
Maybe it'll help with tailgating, Sooner fan.
That would fit today's culture, wouldn't it? Participation.
Oh yeah, park. Participation park. Yeah, Jamel doesn't have one. I mean, there's a lot that doesn't have one.
Yeah.
Hey, how many sacks you get, Jay? I know this has been a big
topic. I'm not even, Jeremy. I'm not even saying it.
With us on the Sooner Surge. I think PJ Adebawore get in and get a sack.
He won't play enough, probably.
I mean, Sooner Surge says, are we still on this? No, we're not on this.
Hey.
TCUJ, the guy's not that mobile.
No, but he can throw. He's a lot of yardage.
A lot of yards. Jimmy says 0.
Hey, did you see Greg Popovich tonight? What'd you think of that?
Hey, this would be elite.
That would be sweet.
Silver shoes. And Sooner fans already talking. We may have to continue this, Jay. Hey, Pop. I mean, that's typical Pop in my opinion. I think he's super classy. But DL defensive line plays patty cake. Yeah, but the ends. Hey guys, I know Jay and I talked this last night, but Trace Ford and Rondell Bothroyd have 0 sacks on the year total. They have as many sacks as Craig Johnson. They have as many sacks as Uncle Charlie. They have as many sacks as Jimmy Satterfield. They have as many sacks as Lori Bogdan. They have as many sacks as Brian. I could go on and on. It's a disappointment, guys.
R. Mason doesn't have a sack either.
Ooh, look what Sooner fan says. He actually played better at OSU somewhat.
No, I think listen, Trace Ford, I don't know if do you think he's a guy that can just get after the passer? I just don't think he's that guy, do you?
I don't see him as that guy either. Hey, Who can?
On this team right now.
PJ Adebawore.
Listen, and I said this last night, Jeremy, after we got off the live till about 1 a.m.
My bad, Uncle Charlie. I was wrong. I forgot. Yeah, sacks in your closet. Yeah, that's right.
Hey, I know we talked about this late last night, Jeremy, but to me, coming in next year, if Danny Okoye is not getting a bunch of reps, I'm going to have an issue.
I'm not even talking Danny Okoye.
Same thing with PJ.
I think it's PJ. PJ.
But hey, Jeremy, what I'm saying is he was a rookie. He was a freshman this year and didn't get much run. Same will happen with Okoye next year.
Stone's going to be in the middle. It'll help having a big guy that they have to double team. I mean, that would make a massive difference. It'll make it easier.
John Terry's pretty good in the middle.
But he is. They do double team every now and then. But I hope the backers play with fire this week. Again, I like backers getting sacks, and I like getting sacks. I don't care how you get them. But at some point, BV hasn't blitzed a lot. At some point, you got to be able to get sacks and create sacks from your front four. That's what makes the best teams the best. Now, he has not gone against elite competition. I agree, Sooner fan.
Yeah, but he can't.
I disagree with Jay on this one. I don't think Okoye comes in right away and plays right off the start.
You don't think he gets any reps?
I don't think he plays right off the start. I think your ends next. Look, Downs is back.
I agree. I know.
So if you're going to go Downs and PJ, I'm good with that.
What about R. Mason?
R. Mason can come in for Downs some, but PJ Adebawore is the next Thibodeau.
Is it fair to say that
you heard it here? You could have Thibodeau two of them. McCall on one end, PJ on the other. Come on, guys. They're 6'5". They're 6'5".
Yeah, Sooner fan agrees with you, and I would say to Downs has 4.5 sacks this year. He's by far the best for OU this year. Listen, R. Mason Thomas, is it fair to say that the injury's just bugging him? I mean, is that the reason?
He's undersized.
Yeah,
he's
but
undersized.
All we heard all off season was how good he's been playing. I mean.
Yeah, the defensive end at Clemson, Brian, I can't remember his name. I know Simmons was the cheetah kind of, but they got sacks. And Jay, I'm with Craig. The second half last week, they did blitz, and they got to the quarterback. If you can't do it, blitz them. Hey, again, I'm going to say, remember the Titans. We're going to blitz all night. Can you do that?
You can, but I don't know if he's that. Listen, Jeremy, there's been a defensive guy that's done that throughout his career, and he's had about 15 jobs. You know what I'm talking about?
That's done what?
That's
Manny Diaz?
All the time.
Manny Diaz?
Manny Diaz.
Yeah.
He's tried that. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
You can't blitz all the time. You got listen. It's simple football. When you get to the SEC, and we've said this for years, 3 or 4 down linemen. If you can get to the quarterback with 3 or 4. The defense is way better.
They're not going to get out of the
beat one-on-one matchups. You have to.
They won't get out of the 3-man front because that's BV's. That's what he plays. And last year they didn't play it as much because they didn't have the dudes to play it. This year
I don't think they've played it that much this year.
They played it a lot.
Some. I don't think. Okay, Ron says. Let me address this real quick. They had NFL guys. OU does not. OU does have a few. But not to listen, this will be the first year, this next year they have, other than PJ, they have 5-star defensive linemen coming in the middle of the defense. I think the next year and the year after is so big for Brent Venables. I'm telling you, it's the next 2 years are huge. Huge.
And look, that's why I think I just wish they'd have played the young guys a little more.
And Sooner fans 100% correct. They don't have that guy. Now, maybe they will next year. Who knows it? With Jaden Jackson or Stone or somebody like that, but
Terry.
I thought DeJohn Terry might could do it, but
DeJohn Terry's the guy.
But he doesn't play enough.
You talk about the comparison. We mentioned Perry on Winfrey earlier. He was that guy. Nick Benito. Look at Nick Benito. Hunter, can you look up Nick Benito's size his senior year?
Uncle Charlie's right on this. You get a young quarterback in there or a third-teamer, blitz the snot out of him.
Yes.
Is he saying Ashton Sanders? Is that what he's?
I think Ashton Sanders, yeah. So Benito is 6'3", 240.
Yeah.
What's PJ Adebore's size right now?
6'5", 240 maybe?
I think he's probably 245 at least. Grayson Halton, 100% needs to be playing. Look, if they just said we're going to play Grayson and PJ a lot more, that's all I want. I mean, I'd like to see, 6'5", 245. Already bigger than Nick Benito, doesn't see the field. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. So, I mean, you got similar guys on the – I mean, PJ Adebore is going to play on Sundays. Trace Ford, I don't think is.
I don't think so, no.
Would highly doubt it on Sundays. But look, again, the defense is much improved from last year, okay? And PJ will get to probably 255.
The thing is, he's got the frame to really build upon it. That's the thing. Smitty will
He's
have
going to
him
be
look.
so good. He is going to be so good. I want more of him right now. What's the
Yep.
song, Jay? The country song? I like it. I love it.
I want some more
of it. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's give a trivia question.
Trivia tonight, I'm going to go with a little Thanksgiving trivia, Jeremy. Okay? We're going to go back. Some of y'all Dallas Cowboy fans. The year is 1993. Everybody knows what happened that year, that you have the whole Leon Lentz, Snow, fumble.
Dolphins.
Off the Dolphins. I got a simple question for you. Pretty easy, I think. Give me the number for the Miami Dolphins of the fullback that had a great game that game. Jeremy, you know his name?
This isn't even OU related.
It's not. I'm going Thanksgiving, bro.
You stumping me, man.
The fullback for the Dolphins, Jeremy, what was his number? Not 44. It was Keith Byers is who it was.
Oh, I remember Keith Byers.
But what number was he? Not 48.
I think I know it.
Yeah, Keith Byers, Craig is right. But what was the number?
Appreciate your service, Craig.
Yeah, Craig, appreciate it. Not seeing it yet.
They're close, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they're guessing fullback numbers, that's for sure. Still not seeing the answer in there.
I forgot about Keith Byers.
Who did he play for after the Dolphins? Do you remember?
I thought he played for the Browns.
Eagles. He may have played for the Browns, too. But Blake, 41. Bingo. First one, I think, was Blake with 41. He got it.
Hey,
sorry, guys, threw you off Oklahoma trivia there for a second. Thought we'd
go back up to Coconut Greg's question about who do we think is going to sit out in the bowl. I mean, I hate speculating, but I'm going to do it.
But you're going to do it anyway.
This is what I always say. I hate speculation, but I'm going to do it. So I'm going to speculate. And you can like me or hate me. I don't care. That's the thing, Jay. I don't care if anyone likes me or hates me. It's not. I got 3 boys and a wife who love me. At least I hope so. And sometimes. So nobody needs to sit out. I agree. But who do I think is going to sit out? I could see a guy like Tyler Guyton sitting out. I could see a guy.
That, to me, that's the only top pick that would even consider.
Uncle
right?
Charlie says Guyton.
Yeah, nobody else can be drafted first round. I think Bowman's coming back, Craig.
Key Lawrence.
I think Key Lawrence. You think he's going pro?
He's not. He graduates.
No, he can come back.
He ain't playing.
Year.
This is my problem, Jay.
Okay, I'm just saying,
this is my problem with the
COVID
year and everything else. Guys are here 8 years, and if you're too loyal, you don't play the young guys.
Jeremy, listen. If you're
answer this: should Key Lawrence be a starter next year?
If it was me and Billy Bowman comes back, I'm starting Bowen and Bowman.
So Key Lawrence needs to go elsewhere, you're saying?
No, he could be a role player and sub in, but I would go Bowman and Bowman just to based off talent. That's what I would go with. Now I don't
I
know.
would
I'm not
go
at
Bowman and Bowen
practice.
too, and I think RSJ's been really good in place of
Jeremy, but
Key
I don't know
Lawrence.
why you're complaining. I don't know why you're complaining about these guys sticking around. Jeremy, if you were Davis Bevel, Davis Bevel's got another year. Would you stay?
You're comparing apples to oranges.
How?
Davis Bevel knows his role.
So you're okay with him staying, but not Key
Yes,
Lawrence?
he's never going to see the field, dude.
But what about Key Lawrence?
Key Lawrence sees the field. That's my problem.
But that's not on him. That's on
Key Lawrence. Sometimes makes his, and he was great early on in the year.
That's not on Key Lawrence. That's on the coaches for playing him if he's not doing a good job.
What I'm saying, Jay, it seems like sometimes there's a lot of loyalty to guys who have been around.
Who's that? Whose fault is that?
I'm not saying it's the player's fault. It's
you're acting like it's Key Lawrence's fault.
Brian Asamoah did, and he got drafted by the Vikings, and probably, he's doing pretty good. He's played pretty good in the league. I like Asamoah a lot.
I think Asamoah if he would have, I think he could have really improved his draft grade even coming back, though.
Here's what my problem is with Key Lawrence. He misses too many tackles, and when he makes one, once in a blue moon, he's screaming like he's some kind of all-American Ronnie Lott type safety. It's make the easy plays.
Listen, that's why I love Billy.
He has made some great plays. Key Lawrence has made some great plays.
Oh, he was unbelievable early in the year, but it's more of this, I think.
Hey,
why I love Billy Bowman.
Brian is spot on.
Hey, why I love Billy Bowman. You don't get all that stuff after he makes a tackle. He gets up and goes to the next play.
Yep.
What's more likely to happen? Tech beating Texas listen.
BYU beating OSU. Gundy has crapped his pants before.
What, Jeremy? Joey McGuire.
He's good.
Beat him last year. They're playing better right now. Their quarterback went in the portal. They're back up.
Nobody stays. RSJ. Yeah, I like RSJ a lot. Of course, I was a BA guy, so I saw him play receiver. There is a way Texas loses. It's not likely.
Yeah.
But BYU, as Blake from Utah says, they want it very badly. They want a bowl game. They're playing better. Well, they played better last week.
I will say I was kind of impressed by their quarterback. Better than I thought he was going to be.
It was 2-yard hitches.
I don't care.
Hey, one thing they can do, though, is if they can run the ball and control the tempo, they can shorten the game. Hey, look, the closer that game is in the fourth, every inch of pressure is on the Cowboys. And what do the Cowboys usually do under pressure? They choke.
Brett Yormark will be at the Texas Tech game.
Exactly.
Brett Yormark wants no shot at Texas making the playoff, I can promise you.
He also doesn't want
He should because they get more money, but he won't.
He doesn't want a Texas OU matchup either.
No. Yeah, he is athletic.
Texas OU round 2. Texas OU round 2 would be great.
Yeah, let's not get our hopes up for that, Jeremy. OU's got to worry about beating TCU at this point.
TCU's been better, man.
They've been better.
The more I see about TCU,
is this the worst year after making a playoff of any team you've ever can remember?
As far as who?
Any team that's made the playoff the following year, this got to be one of the worst performances. Can you think of another team?
What team are you talking about?
TCU made the national championship game last year.
Everyone knew this.
What's Brian saying? Your arc is a classic. What's he saying? Is he talking about
your mark? Your mark.
Oh, your mark. Oh, okay.
Yes,
I can't think of any team. Blake says Notre Dame. What about Auburn that one year? Didn't they kind of go bad? They weren't that bad though.
They did some bad things too. Auburn did. LSU did fall off after the
that's
and
hey, that's a Hunter. Great call out. LSU. Yes, good job, Johnny. That's right.
Yes.
Who's going to run the Big 12?
He said Auburn never made it. They made a national title game. They won a national
title. Oregon. They played Oregon, didn't they, in the national championship?
With Cam Newton?
It was pre-playoff. Okay, it was BCS, whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry.
BCS.
I kind of missed the BCS.
OU dominated BCS era. They didn't win many championship games, but they dominated the BCS.
Who's going to run the Big 12? Ron says UCF.
I think that's a very Utah. Cam Rising next year.
Okay, let's see this. Hey, Sooner fan, listen. If it's Alabama or Texas, either they're both getting in,
or Bama.
Bama is not getting left out in that scenario. Promise.
No chance.
No way.
I know Jay's working on getting Paul Feinbaum on here. It'd be great if he'd get on the live at 9:30. That would be outstanding. He has come on the program before, not when we were doing lives, but for a video interview. So maybe we'll get him, because that's what I want to ask him. And I also want to ask him about his comments about Lincoln Riley.
Yeah, he went hardcore on Lincoln Riley. How about Lincoln today, boy? He said there is no way he's going to NFL. I am at USC for the long haul. He gone. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Which job are you taking? Chargers.
He's going to the Chargers job.
Oh, Craig doesn't. I like Paul Feinbaum.
I will say Paul was a great interview, and he was very great.
Hey, he's awesome. Honestly. He's great. I like Paul.
I was a little intimidated at first, but he was great.
Chargers, that's right, Uncle Charlie. Bye-bye USC. That's the writing on the wall.
That's where he's going, Jay.
Hey, where's Caleb going? That's the question.
Probably number 1.
I don't know if he will go 1. I saw some mock drafts had him 3rd.
Dude, the whole Mike Tomlin thing. Everyone loved Mike Tomlin. What's happening?
What do you mean? They got rid of their OC, Matt Canada. That's going to help.
Right, but Tomlin, it's just crazy.
Jeremy, me and you are Dallas fans. Are you a McCarthy fan?
No.
Can't stand him.
I don't know if I can't stand him, but let me do it. I'm going to do my Mike McCarthy impersonation. Let me get off camera for a second.
Let me see this Mike McCarthy for the Dallas Cowboys impersonation.
Here we go. You ready?
Yep. That's about it. That's about it, Jeremy. There you go. Bravo. That's a good one. Yeah, that's about Mike McCarthy.
Mike McCarthy right there. That's the only impersonation I can do.
You know, Caleb Williams does want that.
Well, actually, I can do a Lincoln Riley impersonation, too, if I had a visor. Here's Lincoln Riley with his play chart.
Yeah, he's got the little – you got to cover up when you talk there.
Lincoln's not going to Atlanta.
Atlanta, man. Bijan's Bijan's good, man.
Hey, Ryder's not it.
Ritter?
Yeah, he's not it. They got to make a change. He's not it.
Does Lincoln use the same card? Hey, I don't know about Lincoln, but it amazes me some of these play callers that have such a small sheet. I don't know how they do it.
Hey, I might get it tomorrow. Jay's bringing his mac and cheese. That's legit. Said he's got a special surprise for us tomorrow at the family Thanksgiving. So I might put on 60 of those 80 tomorrow. Who's Dallas got tomorrow, Jay?
Commanders.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that leads me to my next trivia, guys.
Ask it.
Keeping on a Thanksgiving mode. Not OU again tonight. Sorry, Sooner fans. I'm going Thanksgiving. It's feast day tomorrow. No, not Velveeta. Hey, can you tell me on Thanksgiving Day who has the most career receiving yards? There's been some good ones. There's been some. Start naming some, Jeremy. There's been some good ones.
Randy Moss has been amazing.
Randy Moss is good on. You also got Lions have been in it a lot.
Lions have been in a lot. Well, yeah, you had Megatron. I mean, he was great.
Megatron. Neither one of those are correct.
Jerry Rice, Michael Irvin.
Jerry Rice is not correct.
You
Calvin
remember
Johnson,
Alvin
Chris
Harper?
Carter. Nope.
Alvin Harper was so good. All Chris Carter does is catch touchdowns.
That's all he does. Johnson, Michael Playmaker, Irvin. Nope. Nope. I think this is going to surprise some of y'all. Jeremy, do you know it? Give me a guess, Jeremy. You can guess.
Let me just ask you a question.
Okay.
Is it a Lion or Cowboy?
Yes. It's a Lion or Cowboy.
I think I know the answer.
Huh?
I think I know it.
Who do you think he plays for?
Dallas.
Yes. He does play for Dallas.
I know the answer, dude. Can I say it?
Write it down. Write it down on a piece of paper right now. I want to see it.
Don't say the answer. Just say if someone's gotten it. I got it, Jay, right here. You ready?
All right. We'll see if you got it correct. I have not seen it yet. Don't show it yet, Jeremy. It's not Daryl Johnston. CD Lamb. It might be up tomorrow. I have not seen it yet, guys.
Novacek's a good guess. He's close.
Novacek is very close.
I got it then. I got it.
Blake's right, the tight end, dude, but who is it? Which tight end? It's not Novacek. Come on, guys.
The guy's a good coach now.
Yep, good high school coach.
Took a stand took a try at the Monday Night Football ranks.
Jason Witten.
There it is.
Way to go, Ray Gunn.
Ray Gunn. There it is, Jay.
Ray Gunn, Jason Witten. Nice. Very good. That one kind of surprised me. I would have thought.
Jay, where did he play college at?
Tennessee. I would have thought.
Now let's get back to OU here, Jay, because someone asked. I think it was Dal Pois asked Hunter if you can find it about the linebackers. What do we think the linebackers? I fully expect the linebackers going to show up.
I agree.
BV was not happy, and
they've gotten whipped this week.
Stutzman is going to be better because he won't be on an IV, hopefully. Kip Lewis played his worst game of the year, so he's got to be better. They're going to be better. Again, they got 4 guys to play 2 or 3 because
who starts? Who starts, Jeremy?
Who do I want to start?
No, who do you think starts?
I think they'll probably go Kip and Stutzman, although I would still like to go back to Kanik and Stutzman, but I know you don't like that.
You keep saying go back to Kanik, but then the next hour you say he's in the wrong position. I don't understand it.
He is in the wrong position.
But you want to play him there.
I think Kanik is too good of an athlete and player to not have on the field, Jay. And I think the chemistry he has with Stutzman is second to none.
But T. Moses is right. OU's going to look lightning fast this week. They're going to look like machines out there on this grass field compared to BYU.
Yeah, because Kobe looked slow last week.
It
looked like he was running in mud, and maybe it was. Blake thinks Kobe and Studs are starting.
Interesting.
I agree, Sooner fan. I agree. What was he out of high school? 4 or 5 stars?
No.
Yeah.
He might have been a high 3 or a 4 max.
He was at least a 4. Okay.
Yeah, 4. There it is, 4. At max, correct.
What about Kip Lewis?
Kip was about the same. Kip was just undersized. Kanik was a 5, almost 5-star. High 4.
He needs to be playing more. The defense has
obviously
gotten worse.
They're getting Lewis Carter
built
up a little bit. Yeah. I saw that picture.
Of Kobe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jay?
No, I don't. I don't agree with that. I don't think.
I can see
Jeremy,
that a little.
Jeremy, why would you think that?
Doesn't look as chiseled as he did in that picture.
Oh my gosh, Jeremy.
Kanik was not a 3-star.
I thought Kanik was a higher rated guy than that. I mean,
Kanik is not. It was.
Yeah, McKenzie did almost go to Texas. That's right. I mean, they wanted.
Yeah, Kobe McKenzie, I think was. I still think Kanik maybe was the highest recruited one. It was no. So Hunter says it was Kobe, Kanik, and then Kip.
There you go. According to 247.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they got to be better. They were bad. Fill the gaps. they're going to throw the ball a lot, TCU. Weather's going to be chilly, but not no rain that it looks like.
It should be pretty nice.
Uncle Charlie, I went and got Fruity
Over
Pebbles
under
about 20 minutes ago. 20 minutes ago. Okay, Brian, we got to get to this. We got to get to Brian's. We got to get to Brian's. It's, do stars mean more or performance?
Draper's not doing a whole lot right now.
Obviously, I think performance means more, but I don't think you can have super high performance. I think the odds of having high performance is better when you have higher star ratings. Does that make sense, Jay?
No.
Performance is, you have a better chance.
You get stars
well
because of your performance.
I think the question was about performance at OU. Does it matter if you have 5-star guys, or does it matter about the performance? To me, those who perform really well a lot of times do what? I agree. That's what I said. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, Jimmy says Draper retired. I did not know he retired. I just knew he wasn't playing. But appreciate that, Jimmy.
Nebraska on Thanksgiving. Man, OU used to play Nebraska a lot on the day after Thanksgiving.
Though. You know what other game I just missed big time the day after Thanksgiving?
You had Texas A&M.
You had Colorado, Nebraska.
Yeah, that was a good one. You still got Ole Miss and Mississippi State.
You got the Egg Bowl.
Don't you have South Carolina and Clemson, or is that Saturday?
I think that's Saturday.
Hey, Sooner fan, any high school team that's in the playoffs still usually practices on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah. Hey, Clemson's turned their season around.
Clemson's done better.
Playing a lot better.
Clemson's
playing. Ever since he got mad, they've been really good.
Hey, high stars and performance.
No, let me correct that, Brian. Let me correct that. What Georgia has is robots. It's what they have. They're robot. They're robotic in the way they play football. They are always in the right spot, and they always make the play. It's unreal. Guys, is the 47-game streak at risk?
I'm saying no.
You don't think so? I think it is at risk. Hunter, how many have they won in a row right now? Jeremy, you know how many there are in their last 46 games? They're like 45-1.
They're not breaking the streak.
Jeremy, in their last 46 games.
I don't care what they are, Jay. They're not breaking the streak. They're
so
in the
they got to
SEC.
get 20 more wins. 20 more wins.
It's the toughest conference.
It's been the toughest conference, and they've walked through it.
They would have to go undefeated the rest of this year,
and then a year and a half,
all of next year,
and then 8 games or so.
Yeah, they're not.
Okay, I'm just saying. I've been waiting for. You've been saying they're going to lose last 3 weeks.
You know what's funny, Ron, is everyone said this is the year of the West. This is the year the west side of the state gets it done. There's none playing. It's all East teams.
Yep.
And it's going to be, in my opinion, Union versus Bigsby for the title game.
Lori says maybe Georgia's cheating then. Hey, you know they were paying players before NIL, but now that NIL's out there, it's probably legal what they're doing. People did say that. People
about
did say
Norman
that.
North, about an Edmond school, it was said throughout the regular season. Lori, Georgia's not, and you turn the caps lock on for the right reason there. I agree with you, Lori. Georgia ain't getting the record.
Jeremy, why do you think you just know? I mean,
I just say they ain't.
You're an English professor, and that's not even a word.
Ain't's in the dictionary, Bob.
Not the way you just used it.
It is. It is. Hey, we had TJ Eckert on. He played at Bigsby, and he talked about it. And then we also had Jake Snyder, who's a PWO for OU, and Kel Fugate. And they've all talked about the eliteness of the conditioning and strength program at Bigsby.
Hey, Jeremy, how do you win national championships in college football? What does it take? Give me three ways.
Okay, here's let me break it down for you, Jay.
You got three reasons you win a natty. What are
usually? I'm going to say an elite head coach.
Okay. Is Kirby
I'm going
Smart
to
elite?
say, I was going to say an elite quarterback, but I'm going to change it and just say great quarterback play.
Okay. They've won the
and,
last 2 or 3 with
and great
not great.
defense.
What?
Stetson Bennett had great quarterback play. Go look at his
Okay, but
stats.
and there
That's
it
why
is, Sooner fan. Bingo. That's all. Kirby Smart, #1 recruiting class. They keep winning. Why is that?
Why are you holding it 2 up for number 1?
Because they've won. They're going to win another
I'm
one.
a little concerned for you, Jay.
Be three. Okay.
Jay, well, Kirby, yeah, but Jay, Stetson Bennett
Who's
wasn't
beat
highly
them?
recruited. What was Bennett? What was Bennett?
Jeremy, who's
What was
beat them
Bennett?
who's beat them in the
What
last
was
40?
Bennett?
Oh my gosh. What do you mean what was
What
he?
was Bennett?
He was a heck of a quarterback.
He was an elite. He had elite quarterback play, but I think he was like a 2 or 3 star guy.
You
Or was
don't
he a
need an
walk-on?
elite quarterback to win a natty.
You got to have great quarterback play.
Go look at Josh Heupel.
I agree.
You agree?
I agree. He's not elite quarterback, but he had great quarterback play.
Okay, but Jeremy, if you recruit really well like Georgia does, and you have a great head coach, who's beat them in the last 46 games?
Thank you, Sooner fan. That's my point. That's why I changed it from elite, because mainly of Stetson Bennett.
He played great. I agree with that.
Look at what Blake says about everything they do in the athletic department is geared towards recruiting. Kirby is the new Saban. Remember that song, Yellow is the New Black or whatever? Kirby's the new Saban.
But, Jeremy,
now the question is, can Venables be the new Kirby?
That's what you can hope for. Kirby, the first 2 years, didn't have a great record.
Georgia should have lost to Ohio State last year.
They didn't.
Ryan Day stuck his head between his legs and tried a 52-yard field goal when he could have kept pounding the ball and trying to move the ball down with C.J. Stroud, who, oh, by the way, is pretty good.
Jeremy, do you know who's the last team that beat Georgia?
OU.
What?
Never mind. OU beat Auburn. Who did OU beat in the bowl game? Auburn. OU beat Auburn when they weren't. Who did OU beat in the bowl game?
Auburn?
Yeah, it was Auburn, not Georgia.
Yeah, Hunter's correct. Alabama's the only team to beat him in the last 46 games.
Yep.
They're
I was thinking Auburn in the bowl game.
Who's going to beat him this year?
Bama, maybe.
Doubtful. They will.
Who do they have left?
They will lock.
Who do they have left? Who do they play this week?
Probably Georgia Tech, I guess. I don't know.
I bet it is. Their schedule's so weak.
And then they're going to probably going to play a team like Washington. You know who I think could give Georgia the most trouble this year? I think a team like Oregon. Dan Lanning facing his former team.
Now,
I think
I
think Oregon could get him, and that'd be the only team I think could beat them this year.
Yeah, Carson Beck's pretty good. They got Bowers back. They're elite.
Bowers is back.
But listen, guys. And Lincoln Riley left because he didn't feel like OU had the recruiting resources. But, the budget, OU's NIL deal is going to have to continually get better. And you have to also ask the question about the culture if people continue to want that. I hope players do, because I think it's great. It's great for their future. The sole mission is next level stuff. And I hope OU can continue to get these guys and build a recruiting class. Right now, what's the recruiting class for 2024? 5th?
I think it's like 6 or 7, isn't it?
Maybe.
Hunter would know. Hey, Jeremy, who's winning Saturday, Ohio State, Michigan?
I'm going Michigan.
Really?
Hey, but the whole Sharon Moore bawling his eyes out about Jim Harbaugh, the guy did not die. What do we?
Hey, Ryan Day to A&M. Listen, what about Matt Rule to A&M?
I know. Matt Rule.
I don't think he would leave Nebraska. He's only been there a year.
I don't either, but I think he would be a great hire.
I think
Matt Rule knows
he's going to do great at
really
Nebraska,
well.
actually.
What?
I think he's going to do good at Nebraska. So I don't know why he would leave.
Too. I think he's turning Nebraska around myself.
And Hunter's right. Hunter, that's why I threw his name out there. Because the guy hops around like a bunny. Every new school. I mean, that's what he does. So that's why I threw his name out there. He might who knows if he's a candidate or not. But
I
I
agree,
think
Uncle
Nebraska
Charlie.
fits him. Nebraska
I think
fits him.
Nebraska fits him, and he's a great motivator. He's a great coach. I like Matt Rule a whole lot. Just glad
Don't
OU
you
doesn't have
think?
to play him anymore.
Don't you think Dave Aranda is one of those guys that he kind of got that role after 1 or 2 good years? And
You want to talk about robotic?
Dave Aranda.
I saw those AI guys at the Los Angeles Chargers game. Have you seen those guys?
Yeah.
Those AI people? I think one was Dave Aranda.
Hey, I'm going to say something that might really, I don't know what y'all think, but do you think if Riley sticks around, OU ends up firing him in a few years because they're not playing very good?
Well, one, I don't think he would have stuck around long enough.
Like, he would have kept Grinch, would he not have? Defense was going south, man.
It was going south.
Listen, let me tell you this stat. Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts, Caleb Williams, those 4 quarterbacks, 3 of those are probably number 1 picks, right? Where was Hurts drafted? I don't remember. But you got what?
Low
you got
first?
3 number 1 picks, right? Second round. Okay, you got 3 number 1 picks in the second round. You just talked about elite quarterback play. 0 playoff wins. 0 for Lincoln Riley. He coached all of them.
Hey, Sooner fan, thank you. Sooner fan, thank you. Because I heard this earlier. The sunshine pumping is ridiculous. I agree with Sooner fan. First off, 10-2 at OU shouldn't be accepted.
And listen, 10-2 this year, I've already heard a lot of people saying, well, and they're saying, well, it's a good year after 6 and 7. But look who they lost to this year.
That's the problem.
It's not acceptable.
If they would have lost to Texas, if they would have lost to Texas and then got into the Big 12 title game and lost to Texas again, okay, I get it. 10-2. I get it. Couldn't beat the big dog Texas. Kansas and OSU, guys.
Yeah.
Now, Gary Gibbs went about 8-3 every year or 9-2 every year and pretty much got fired eventually because of it.
And this is what's wild. This is such a wild stat. You go back to Bob Stoops' days in 2004, right? You know, there for a while, they didn't play a Big 12 championship game. Remember?
Yep.
With OU's schedule some of these years, I feel like, especially Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, they should have been undefeated 1 or 2 of those years. Should they not have?
Yeah, and again, it's you. If you're going to accept 10-2, then what you're actually saying, Sooner fans, you're accepting losing to Kansas and OSU. That's what
Clark's
you're saying.
Right on this. That's totally different, Clark. I agree.
It is. I agree. 10-2 next year, I would take it right now. Now, depends on who those losses are to as well. I mean, if it's 10-2 and you lose to a Vanderbilt and someone else, but that's kind of the problem this year. You can't lose to the teams they lost to. One, Kansas, who's never been good. I don't care if they're better. And then 2, your in-state rival the last time you played them. Come on, that's inexcusable.
Well, and you lost to Jason Bean and Alan Bowman.
And it's I don't even, Jay. I can't, man.
I agree.
Bean and Bowman.
10-2 next year. We're in the playoffs.
Bean and Bowman.
Yep, that's right. Oh, you got throttled that year, USC. Oh, Pete Carroll. I could not stand Pete Carroll, man.
Hey, actually, at the beginning of the year, T. Moses, you're right. I said at the beginning of the year, well, actually, I was wrong. I said the 2 hardest games, in my opinion, were going to be at Kansas and at BYU. I was wrong. Even though BYU was very close, those are the 2 road trips. I thought, man, these teams could be much improved. You lose one, but you can't lose back-to-back. And the way they lost makes it even worse. You can't lose the Mullet Man. Mullet Man is
Now, but you can say both things. You can say, okay, 10-2, not acceptable by OU. But you can also say after they lost those 2 games, if they can win the bowl game, kind of salvage it. But I'm still not happy with 10-2. I'm not happy with it.
Can't be. And just like this is right. You're a liar. You're lying out your butt.
Hey, the only way
If you thought OU was going to lose 2 games coming down the
people
stretch.
might have said they might slip up once. Nobody thought they would lose 2 games. Not one
No one
person,
thought to.
probably in the country. Sooner
And
fans.
if you did, or you're saying it's okay, then you're a sunshine pumper. And if we need to read the definition, we can. Now, look, I can say that. I can.
Hunter, that's correct.
We're not, and I can say this, Hunter. Yeah, people thought OU would lose to Texas and maybe lose in the Big 12 title game. That's what people thought. They did not think 10-2 with the 2 losses they got. And I can be right and say I don't accept it, but I am thinking that Venables is the right guy and everything's moving the right direction. I think everything is moving the right direction, but it's unacceptable to lose 2 games to the teams they lost to.
Hunter, I could give a rat's flip whatever about Brandon Walker. Okay? I don't care what Brandon Walker says. I really don't. The guy he does it for clicks, and people like you click it, Hunter. People like you love it.
Hey, Kenneth, here's my issue with this statement. I 100% agree this team is young, okay? But let's talk about the guys that aren't young. Trace Ford, Rondell Bothroyd, Billy Bowman, Key Lawrence, Danny Stutzman. I mean, I can name Reggie Pearson. Been around for 6 years in college. That's another disappointment, a little bit of one. But anyway, yeah, the field goal and punting is inexcusable. And I'm happy. I think BV is the right guy. I think it's going in the right direction. But I'm also not happy with the 2 losses that OU lost.
And I think that's
both
fair.
Are true.
I think both can be true. I am super happy. I think the talent is getting better. The recruiting is getting better. They're building depth. I'm not happy with those 2 losses either. And that's right, Coconut Greg. He only does it for clicks, and some people click on it. And he knows nothing. You know who his favorite team is, and he's not Mississippi State. So, yeah, okay, Mississippi State doing great.
Yeah. So hey, listen, everybody. Again, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. We can't stop this live tonight without expressing our gratitude, our thanks to you guys who have made
big time
these Sooner Surge double troubles. I think we've been only doing this 3 weeks. We haven't
Seems
missed
like
a
forever.
night. We haven't missed a night. We will miss one tomorrow night, guys. Enjoy time with family and friends. Never take that time for granted, please. Be thankful for what we have because it's not always around. We will be back on the air Friday. So look forward to seeing you guys on Friday, you guys and gals on Friday. Appreciate you so much. Enjoy your time tomorrow. Get up, put the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, get the football going, get the food cooking, and enjoy some quality time. Maybe even get off the devices and spend some time with your family. Appreciate all you guys so much. Can't wait till Friday. Boomer.
Sooner.